There we go.
Okay. We have another episode of the UTI podcast, and UTI is not what you think it is. Um, Thank you to everyone that's subscribed so far and everyone that's following and watching the podcast. And I want to encourage people to write in the comments if you have a race you would like to have evaluated. Um, Write in the comments if you want to be contacted, and we will figure something out.
Or I just may contact you anyway. So I
Yeah.
think that our guest today, I just wrote
No
them
one
and
is
said,
safe.
hey, yeah, no one is safe. But also, I would love everyone to hit the like button down there somewhere.
Yeah, and
Helps
then
us to know that we
don't
are
forget to subscribe.
and subscribe.
Um, so, all right. I'm Renee,
I'm Lisa Marie.
and today we have with us.
I'm Isaac Barnoskie.
Hey,
This is one of the ones that I contacted. I'm like, oh, you can't
yeah,
say no. You're coming on. And he's like, all right on.
There we go.
yeah,
There we go. And
yeah.
here we are.
And
And
here we
here we are.
are.
Yeah. So, as you probably know, I'm going to take all the boring stuff with all the hard numbers, and then Lisa Marie is going to take over and do the actual fun talk.
Yeah, the race
Yeah.
report.
So I'm the one that's going to tell you how ambitious you were, if you had any ambition at all.
Oh,
Um,
I could tell you
and
that from the get-go.
ah,
I want to hear that number though, just to
yeah,
confirm what I already know.
all right. Um, okay, so let's start with the running time.
Okay. It took me 27 hours to run it. Do
All
you
right.
also want to know how long they allow you to run it?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Next I want to know how long did it take you to travel there and back again?
It takes 1 hour to travel there and 1 hour to travel
Oh,
back.
oh, that's a local. Oh, you spent 93% of the time running.
That's
That's
good.
good.
Yes.
That's high. That's
I
awesome.
I thought that would be kinda nice.
It's not like us to spend 40 hours traveling and then
Now you
40,
talk
40.
about the numbers part being boring, but I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna figure out how this little metric works here," and I'm pretty sure I could figure out a way to get the
Yeah.
numbers to come
See,
out based on the race that I choose.
yeah, that's why I had to tweak some of the algorithms here because people found out they could cheat and get a high score.
Yeah.
But I figured that one out. So the race fee, how much was the race fee?
$160.
Oh, right. A nice cheap race.
Yes.
Mhm.
I
Huh?
must know about that one.
And so with 1
Now
hour out,
that's the all-in pricing. That's the
yeah,
all-in pricing, you know? We're
yeah,
not old school from years and years and years ago.
right. So travel costs with 1 hour of driving, I guess there wasn't a lot of gas, and you probably did not buy a lot of snacks,
Well, maybe he
drink,
went to McDonald's
maybe.
or Blake's
You got
Yeah.
Lottaburger.
hey, you're getting pretty close. It cost me about $10 in gas, and I was dead set on getting a Whataburger afterwards. So,
Okay.
half of that cost was the Whataburger afterwards.
Wow.
So what
$20 total.
$20.
wow, okay. Um, okay, so did you buy any nutrition for this race? Or did you
And
just rely on the
I may have spent about $20. I usually go with, like, fresh blueberries and some of those little, Noka it's like room temperature fruit smoothie in a bag type
okay,
thing. It's kinda like a Go-Gurt looking thing.
Oh, those are
And I
good.
usually go with the little dollar tuna packets for protein and then avocado. So,
okay.
I got high cholesterol, so I try to keep the cholesterol as low as possible, which is hard to do at an ultra event.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Did you buy any shoes, or did you just have
I
anything lying
did.
around?
I actually bought a pair of shoes specifically for this one, and that was, I picked those up over, Runner's World Tulsa. That was the Ultra Olympus, and that cost me $190.
Oh. That's not a bad price for the Olympus.
That's not a bad price at all.
No.
That's the 6th. That's the latest one that's out.
Ah,
So,
Oh,
yeah.
so this gives me a little idea about the race now.
Mhm. 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 A little bit of a hint in there.
yeah. Okay, so essentials. Did you buy any essentials?
I did. I already had a bunch of essentials, but the one thing that I bought specifically for this one was not KT tape, OK tape
Okay,
off of
Dave.
Amazon. It's called OK tape, and I was like, I don't think this is from Oklahoma, but I like it. It's that was $10. $10
Oh,
Oh,
for
wow.
OK tape off of
of
for a roll of
Amazon.
that off of Amazon.
Wow.
Okay.
I like
Well,
that. Did you,
Yeah.
you didn't buy a watch or anything, a camper to stay in, nothing like that for this
No,
race?
no, well, I got off easy on that one. My good buddy, Sarah Jones, her family had already reserved a campsite. I
ah,
usually just park my car and I nap in the back of my RAV4 and I just
yeah.
aid station out of the back of the car. But in that case, she was like, hey, look, there's room for another vehicle over here. So you're welcome to pull in next to the little camper and everything. I was like, oh, well, sure, that sounds good. So I pulled in there. It really made no difference other than being closer to the party rather than being at the fringe of the parking lot. But
Gotcha.
True. Yeah.
but
Oh,
yeah,
that
so I
is
didn't have
awesome.
to pay for a camp spot in that sense and didn't have to pay for a hotel or anything.
That's
The
awesome.
joy of local.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. So you spent 52% of your cost on the actual race.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better than the average 0.38.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and like other people have probably brought up, they already have lots of gear, the vest,
Yeah,
the
Mhm.
clothing and stuff like that.
yeah,
But those are really the only two things, the shoes and shoes OKT tape or OK tape. And yeah, it's pretty
yeah.
minimal.
We're just gonna call it Oklahoma tape from now on.
Yep.
Yeah, Oklahoma
I'm
tape.
going on
I
Amazon
love
tomorrow.
it because it comes in multiple colors. It basically it looks almost like topographical map, like relief contour, relief patterns
Oh,
all
okay.
over it. But it comes in, you can get it in green or blue, or my wife has pink. She's the one that put me on to it, was using that OK tape. And I was like, well, I'm gonna try this tape in my feet business. Lo and behold, it actually works.
Awesome.
So it works for me at least. It's worked
That's
great,
good.
We'll
Awesome.
make sure to put a link to this right here.
Yeah, we'll put an Amazon link up
Yep.
there. You're not affiliated with Amazon. We put it up
No, I'm
anyway.
not affiliated, but I sure do spend a lot of money there.
Don't we all?
So, I'm assuming this is a fixed distance race.
It is a fixed distance race. Yes.
Okay. And we know your finishing time was 27 hours. What was your
Mhm.
goal time for this?
Just to finish it.
Okay, and what was the time limit? What was
So
the
my
time limit?
ambition was not very high at all. So I just knew I needed to get it somewhere around 30 hours is what we were shooting for.
Okay. And what is the time limit on it?
I believe it's 31.
Okay. Then it's not what I think it is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so let's see here. So based on your finishing time and your goal time, your performance was 0.95 out of 1 between 0 and 1,
That's
which is
good.
good
Okay.
because
There you
you did
go.
better than your goal time.
However,
Well, your
Mhm.
ambition, which is your goal time compared to the or the time limit, is a 0.14.
See, there you go. There you go.
Um,
Right
so
there.
see, people found out if they said that, "Oh, I just want to finish," then the goal time and the time limit was the same, and for some reason, they got a high score because they did extremely well.
Mhm.
But I put a stop to that by breaking this down into 3 different scores. Um, so actually, if your goal time is the same as the time limit, you get 0 on ambition.
Right, right, right. And really, uh knowing that, and I knew that score was going to be low on the ambition part for this one particular because uh, it wasn't necessarily my personal race. I had
Right,
gone into this with I am going with a friend who hasn't done this before, and
right,
rather because they won't have a pacer. My perspective was, if you look at it, a lot of times people blow their 100-mile race because of mistakes they made in the very beginning of it,
Yep.
not hydrating
exactly.
right or going out too fast or whatever. So in my
Yeah,
mind, I was like, yeah, a pacer is needed toward the end, but you really also need one at the beginning. You can't really have that technically, but there's nothing to stop somebody from signing up for the same distance and just saying, we're just going to hang out the whole time. So,
yeah,
ambition wise, I was just like, we're just going for a finish. I don't really
yeah,
care what we get. We're just trying to finish this thing.
yeah.
So, I was
But
surprised that it was 27 and not right at 30 or 31.
Oh, that's good.
that's awesome, though. And aggressiveness, because you did pretty well compared to the time limit, so that is 0.37.
Yeah.
So your overall result score is 0.49. Again, a number between 0 and 1, so that's pretty good. Your overall return on investment, the ROI score, is all those 3 sub-scores together is 0.648, which is above average.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
That's very nice.
So it's almost a B
Okay.
minus.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Um,
alright, alright. So what I really need to do is if I, meet some other people, I need to float some people your way that will continue to keep that average low so I can be above average.
yes, 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 and if you want a higher score on your on your cost side, you should just go into more expensive races, but still be
Right.
local.
Yeah.
Yeah, so more
Um,
expensive local races.
So go to Tennessee.
I think I'll take saving money over getting a higher score.
Yes.
Hey, just handing out some advice.
I got you. I
Not good
totally hear
advice.
that. I totally hear
Ter
that.
That's
Oh,
terrible
man.
advice,
No,
but
I know some of the races I'm interested in are gonna cost a significant amount of money, and, your podcast is definitely not, helping me want to do more. I'm just like, "Oh, wait, now if I were using their grading rubric, yeah, this is gonna cost a lot of money to do this." Don't tell don't tell Courtney. Don't
No,
yeah,
I mean, when you look at that, I mean, really, a lot of it is gear, and if you just collect your gear over time and
yeah.
and save your money and get in on the first day when it's really cheap
Yeah.
That
and save your
that's
money and
that's what I said to people. If you have a shoe you've been using at a race before, then, well, you're only gonna take half the value of the shoe for
yeah,
this race,
yep,
Mhm.
yep.
right?
Yep.
Because it's not a new shoe, but you bought it at some point, so what is the value when you win it?
Or you can sell a kidney.
Yeah,
I mean, there's always that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sell a kidney and do the Triple Crown.
yeah.
I actually talked about selling a lung at this past weekend. I was like, "How much y'all think I could get for a lung?"
Okay,
Let's
let's
talk about
get on
this
to the
race
fun stuff.
report, the fun stuff. So I know that there had to been an aid station. So what would you give it and why?
Oh, the scoring on this is so easy. It's a 10.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
It's
Okay.
by
And
far a 10.
was there bacon?
There
Cowbell?
was bacon at more than one aid station. So
Alright. That's a good
that's
race.
the hint. There's
Yep.
more
Yeah.
than just one aid station.
Yep.
It's not a loop. Well, it could be a loop, but yeah.
Could be.
Is it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
So what was so great about the aid station besides the bacon and the cowbell?
Well, there are multiple aid stations, but one of them, I think I could go as far as to say it is a full um, breakfast bar. So
Oh,
there
Ah.
are toppings. There are multiple breakfast items at this breakfast bar. We're talking. pancakes and waffles and
Oh
bacon,
my god.
and you got chocolate syrup. You
Oh,
got
wait,
M&M if
what?
you want M&Ms on top of your waffles. You got Cool Whip. You got berries. You got, I did I already mention sweet potato pancakes?
No,
No. Oh my
Yeah,
no,
god.
sweet
wow.
potato pancakes, and not to mention bacon again. Yeah.
Oh, so
So it's
Wow.
that's just one of the aid stations. The
Is that the
another one
first
has
aid station?
it is the let me think. That's the third aid
3rd?
station.
okay.
The third aid station. One of the aid stations that I love always has like the little drumstick ice creams.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about? It's the waffle cone with the ice
Yeah.
cream down in it and everything like
Yeah.
that, and
Oh my
ice
god.
cream bars and stuff like that. So that's
I need to
another
run
8.
this race.
Yeah,
I
I'm
and then
just like,
and
oh my
that's like yeah, what else
Do
is
they have
there?
cake? Cake?
Is there cake?
Yeah.
I don't know if there was cake. I wouldn't be surprised if there was cake, but I
it
never
sounds
ate
like this
any
is my
cake.
race as everything.
Yeah. Well, you're
I
probably all
did
into the
have
ice cream and the
yeah,
pancakes.
well, and, one year, in fact, I think it's almost every year, there's typically, like, a soup bar once it gets dark where there's, like, a
Oh,
homemade mushroom soup, a homemade minestrone soup, and then a potato soup. So,
Wow.
you got kind of this thing of soups, and then you got hamburgers on the course. It's not at the finish line, it's on the course. They're like, "You want a
wow.
hamburger? We're getting hamburgers going here."
Are you sure you weren't
Um,
hallucinating? It sounds to me like you're going, what is that place that has the
no,
buffet
no. I
that
mean,
you can go
there's so
to?
much food on this course that the people that, I guess, like, they're like, "My spouse watches your stuff, Isaac," and they don't think that you actually ever run. They think all you do is you go out and eat all the time. I was like, "That's because I know how to pick my races. You pick outlaw races and you pick this other race that is not an
Yeah.
outlaw race that we're talking about. I'll throw you that one. That's a freebie. That's a freebie,
Okay.
but this is not. The people that are gonna watch this and that know Isaac and know the local, they'll be like, right off the bat, several minutes ago, they're already like, "Oh, we know which one that one is."
The ice cream race.
The pancake
Yeah,
race.
they've got vegan hamburgers, or at least they're the, Morning Star veggie
Mhm.
burgers.
Yeah.
That's my first time having those. Those are really good. So I went home and bought a few packages of 'em myself. Um,
You
but,
became a
yeah,
vegan from a race?
do what's that?
Or did you become a vegan after this race?
No, no,
Okay.
no. I did vegetarian for, like, 9 months, like, a decade ago when I lived in Dallas, and that just didn't work for me. It didn't
No,
work for
Right.
me, and then I
I've
tried the
done that.
keto thing.
Mm-mm.
Keto thing didn't work for me either, but, most of what I eat ends up protein-wise is protein shakes and, fish and chicken. Is most of what I end up eating. Um, yeah, I could go on about aid stations. I mean,
Mm.
usually it's like, oh, there's lots of Sour Patch Kids and, Gatorade and this, that, and
No, I wanna hear more about this aid station. That is a 10. I still
Wow.
think it
Yeah.
what's the name of that buffet? You go to this buffet and it's got, like, everything and then chocolate stuff. You
Uh,
know which one I'm talking about?
Golden Corral.
yeah,
Golden
that,
Corral. It sounds like you're
yeah,
hallucinating about a Golden Corral.
no,
Mm,
no.
no.
Is it too much of a giveaway if I tell you there are actual names for the aid stations? It's
I
not
still
aid
don't know what
station
it is.
5.1 miles. It's not aid station 10 miles. That one is the waffle stop.
You
That one
just
is
told me
known
what it
as the
was.
waffle stop.
Waffle stop.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
You know
Uh-huh.
what it is now?
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
I wanna run
Eh,
it so bad, but I could be wrong. I could just be hungry.
You could
So
just be hungry.
yeah. So,
yeah,
how about the fun factor? It sounded like this was a fun race.
it is. It's a very fun race. It's from what I've seen, it's not necessarily javelina uh, costume party in the
Yeah.
desert type
Right.
fun, but it is definitely a very fun race where it's like everybody's like, "Woo," you know, great. I mean, the aid stations really do make it a great time,
Yeah.
and the whole thing being staged at kind of like a campground at the start finish, it turns it into more of a, yeah, this is only a maximum of a 100-mile race, but a lot of people camp out there the night before the race. So people are already partying
Yeah.
Friday night, Friday during the day. Some people are getting up there on like Thursday, and then they're like, yeah, race is over Sunday. Guess what? We're staying the rest of Sunday night and we're sticking around on Monday, you know?
So it's
So
javelina for the Midwest.
it is. It's a
My
good
friend
time.
javelina, so that sounds just like that.
Yeah.
Party in
Yeah.
the
I've never
desert and
done javelina, but everybody's always going to it. And I mean, I know Stacy's been out to that one, and
yes,
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Sarah's planning to go out there. And yeah, pl- plenty of folks are going out there doing that one. One of these days.
yep, one of these
One of
days.
these days, yeah.
That'll be
So you
one of
give
my
that a
higher
10?
dollar races where I'm
It
doing more
is.
driving than running.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I would also like to get you back in here if you do that. So how about trail markings? Did they have any trail markings?
Yes, there are trail markings out there, but not very many trail markings are needed out there.
Okay.
Okay.
I have never been at risk of making a wrong turn. Um, there was one year where some people did make a wrong turn. How in the world they did that, I have no idea because the sign that they missed is it's massive. It's huge. you,
Or
you
maybe
know,
they were partying too much
Yeah.
beforehand.
maybe they were partying too much. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the turn for the waffle stop. How in the world? That's probably your most important part of the
Right.
race.
Yeah.
Like, you don't wanna miss that sign, you know? So, I
Wow.
don't know. I don't know
So
how they missed it, but a few people missed it, not a whole lot,
What?
but I was just like,
Okay.
"I don't know what to tell you. I read, maybe?"
don't drink and run.
Right,
So,
right.
what would you give the trail markings?
Oh, I give that one a 10 as well.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Like
right.
I
How
said,
about the
this section is gonna be easy scoring right here.
okay
Yeah.
weather? How can we help you with the weather? Was it a good or bad, rainy, hot?
Uh,
I know it wasn't
weather is
cold.
always really good on that one. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It gets warm during the day typically. It is kind of not necessarily I feel comfortable wearing a t-shirt when it starts in the morning, and when it goes through the night, it does get cold enough to where you don't wanna be caught wearing a t-shirt out there. You probably
Okay.
want a, maybe a long sleeve t-shirt and maybe tie a hoodie around your waist. There are
Okay.
ups and downs to this race as far as hills, so it's kinda one of those it'd be a good idea to have, like, a zip down something that you could just throw on when you're on the flats and the downhills, but you're probably gonna be sweating going uphill type thing. So it's kinda
Okay.
that temperature there. Yeah.
So not too cold, but not, I mean, it's not uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not uncomfortable, and, I think there's only been maybe a couple of years ago where there was a hailstorm that came through and some rain, but
Yeah.
I mean, that may be the worst that you encounter weather is if there is some sort of thunderstorm that were to go through. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great once you green screen that and be like, there's a giant cat walking across the mountain range there.
Yeah.
That's Grover. He's a Maine Coon. He's about 25 pounds. Well, I don't know. He hasn't
Oh,
pooped today, so maybe he's 30.
maybe he's 30.
I don't think he's done. Hey, Grover.
No, he's trying to get down back there, but he can't because I blocked it. So,
So, so give the weather about a 10.
Uh-huh.
uh-huh.
Now
Okay,
your next one is Pacers, and you know that I was the
you were the
one
pacer.
that was serving as the Pacer, so I'm giving that an 11.
Okay,
We're just gonna say you did not have a pacer, so
but we will.
I didn't have a pacer. I usually in fact, I have never had a designated pacer. I just basically show up, and if I happen to be come across somebody that's going slightly slower than me, then I'll typically slow down and kind of chat with them a while and just kind of use them as a distraction, kind of meet people. I mean, that's really, in all honesty, the best part for me is meeting people and the conversations that you have along the way. I don't remember most of my race times or how I placed necessarily in most races. I remember the conversations and the people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
absolutely. So, if the person that you are pacing wants to come on and dispute that you were a 10, we will definitely have him on.
Oh,
We always
that
ask
would
the
be great.
people.
I can send you her info. I'm sure she would love to share about that experience, but she may be like, "No, I'm going to talk about a different race where
She
Isaac
could.
was not very helpful."
That's the one I want. Um, so, did you have a crew? Did your wife help crew, or did you have someone, there that was kinda crewing you guys, or
No, no, well, if I give my crew an 11, can you figure out who my crew was?
your
Yourself.
wife?
Well, yes, a wife, if she were to listen to this, that would be a 12.
Oh, okay.
But, but,
You're giving
no, I
yourself out of 11, aren't you?
yeah, yeah, I just basically crew out of the back, I just keep my stuff out of the back of my car and grab that stuff. But really, this
Yeah,
is a race you don't necessarily need a lot of that stuff. The aid
Not with all
stations
that
are
food.
amazing. No,
You probably
yeah.
need a dietitian at the end.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, "Hey, my goal is to weigh more when I finish the race than when I started. And if I've
Yeah.
got that, then I'm great. Then I'm not coming home and my wife is like, 'Your face looks like a skeleton. You didn't drink enough. You didn't eat enough. How much less do you weigh now?'" And be like, good to come home and be like, "Courtney, how's my face looking? Is it still, not bony?" Be like, "I did my job if I come home and I weigh more."
Okay.
So, maybe I need to go to this race and pass out my personal training cards.
Yeah.
"Hey, do you need a personal trainer?
That's right.
I'll give you a discount." So, how
Oh,
about any
man.
blistering, chafing, upset stomach, things that we talk about, things that we don't talk about, that we can talk about?
That specific race, no, I didn't have any
Oh,
problems with the blisters. That was my
wow.
first time to try the taping. And now I have done this race multiple distances in the past, and some of those were a target of 100, and I didn't make 100. I got to either mile 70 or I just flat out quit at mile 50 because I was just like, nah, I don't want to do this. Not that
I
I
know
can't.
that feeling.
I just don't. I just don't want
Yeah,
to be here anymore. I don't want to do this. But that year, I did take note of the previous year. I was in the Ultra Olympus 5, and I got blisters on the backs of my heels, kind of
Mm.
side anterior of the heel. I guess that would be anterior of the heel, kind of up on the side is where I started blistering really badly.
Oh,
And then I'm trying to think, and then I would typically blister under the pad of my foot up toward those middle toes. So I just kinda tape there, no blisters, no
where's your squirrel's
problems.
nut butter? Did you tried that?
No, I use Body Glide from back in the
Okay,
okay.
triathlon days. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yep, yep. I know there's lots of other things out there,
Yes.
but I've just kinda stuck with Body Glide because that's
That's what works for
somewhat
you?
worked over the
Yeah.
Yeah.
years. You do have to reapply, you do have to
Oh, yeah.
reapply that stuff, but yeah.
Well, that's with most anti-chafing.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it doesn't last forever.
Just so I can plug it, Squirrels has some, Happy Toes. So that I use that and it works really, really well. Um,
Yes,
Yes,
yes. And
and it has
I may
this.
be looking into some other products that you put on your feet for Outlaw 135. Yeah, my feet were torn up pretty
Yeah,
bad.
I read
My
that.
feet
Mhm.
never got wet. I never got my feet into water or anything like that. But it's just the lots of boulders and
Yeah.
pushing at really extreme angles. I think
yeah.
that is what really wore my feet down really badly. So I may even have to do the whole thing of taping a lot more, taping my toes, and then also lubricating the tape before going into the toe socks, and then
Yeah.
double layering the toe socks underneath an additional sock.
Right.
I may just
I
go
might have an
the
idea
whole.
for you on that, that might help you out a little bit, but I'll let you know after the summit. I'll get with you
Okay,
and
yeah,
tell you
yeah,
I'm
that'd be
trying out
awesome.
something
I'd
new.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Give me plenty of
So
time to
did you
test drive between now and then.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
trail naps, did you take any? Did you take any siestas? Were you so full that you had to like, you were like Templeton on, what was that? Charlotte's Web?
No,
He
no,
gets it.
I didn't. No, I stayed, I managed the caffeine fairly well and,
Okay.
throughout the night, so I didn't end up needing to take a nap or anything like.
Did you take any trail naps that involve falling?
No, no falls on this one.
Okay, so that's
Okay.
good. So what did you give it, a 10?
No, there's
No, it's
nothing.
nothing
That's
there, nothing there, okay.
nothing.
How about your mental
Yeah.
state?
Mental state was good, was
Okay,
really, really good. Yeah.
so what do you give that?
You know, I'd
No.
probably give that one a 9. There was a time in there that was very brief where I was getting cold, uh, during the night and, from pacing, they were taking off really fast whenever they felt good and then just crashing and going really slow,
Mm,
so I was like, this is getting me really sweaty, and then all of a sudden I'm freezing.
Yeah,
yeah.
And so it wasn't going, and that was just poor planning on my part. I really should have taken some different clothing with me, just knowing that, hey, who knows what they're going to do. If they end up
Yeah.
crashing and I've got to go at like 30-minute mile pace, I'm going to get really, really cold out there.
yeah,
Yeah.
So I should have planned better as a pacer, in that sense, going based off of the unknown of the other person. So that
Right.
that was a good learning experience for me to say, hey, you can't just be thinking about yourself. You got to be thinking about, if this goes wrong for this person, what is that
Yeah.
going to mean for you? So yeah, that was the only point, and it really wasn't too bad. I was just kind of like, this is this is not ideal, but
yeah,
nothing
It
majorly
is what
bad.
it is. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd
Um,
go with, like, maybe a 9 there.
okay, I thought you were gonna give it an 8 and say you had an ice cream headache.
No, no. Oh, man. No, no, no.
Okay, how about hallucinations?
No hallucinations
No
this time.
hallucination.
Oh, that
Previous
sucks.
year, I wouldn't say full out hallucinations, but, the typical thing where you see something
Yeah.
and your brain is trying to tell you that it is
Mhm.
something other than what it is.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, managing the caffeine and staying ahead of things so that I did not end up getting into that really far gone state. No, no hallucinations there.
Right
Okay.
on. No, not right on. Bad.
I know
Okay, how
you
about
like to hear the hallucination
I
stories. You're
do.
Do.
waiting to hear, about me seeing a leopard in a hammock over there on the
Yeah,
side.
Exactly.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely
but
wanna hear
no,
about
nope,
that.
not this time around.
Party pooper. So how about the race versus a description? You know how RDs are, they kind of, sometimes say things, they embellish,
Yes.
they
I would say, it is accurate if they're speaking to an ultra running community. So when
Okay.
they say the course is pretty much flat as a pancake, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. That is all relative to your experience. If your only experience is across the years, which I think that's fairly flat.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
It's well, it's got some
Depends on what
extreme
day you're
it got
on.
some extreme elevations. I think there's a 10-foot climb over
Yes, and after 2 or 3
30
days,
yards.
it's a c you think it's called, well, the other place, it was called Camelback Mountain. It was 5 feet, and your legs, after a while, it felt like it was a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
this year,
yeah,
it was a slight incline just after the start line.
Yeah, and you're just like, "Ow,
yeah.
mountain,
But I think
hill."
I think my watch told me I got about 45 feet of elevation per loop.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, and
Okay,
after 6
okay.
days, it added up to, like, 5,000 feet or something, I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe 10 feet, who
yeah.
knows? So I get what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
I feel
so
like it's a pretty accurate description if folks have been out there doing, a fair amount of, marathons, not just as flat as I can find road marathons. People that
right.
have done 50 milers are likely to have come across more elevation than what they see in a lot of races out there, so it's not overly strenuous, it's not, crazy flat either, but, it's kind of more of a tongue in cheek. It's as flat as a pancake, but they still have a very good description of this is where it goes. Here's your elevation profile and all that kind of business.
Do they
But
give
yeah,
you a
fair.
food menu?
Um, I'm trying to think if they I think they just kind of broadly tell you this is in general kind of the stuff that are there. Salty snacks and sweet treats and other things as well. That way it's
Other.
v- yeah, yeah, very open to interpretation. But a lot of people locally hear about the waffle stop and they hear about East of Eden with the amazing ice creams and
Oh.
everything like that. So I mean, a lot of people do. They see pictures and they're like, "There's a lot of food out there. Is there any
Yes.
running going on here?"
Wow. Okay, so what did you give the race in the description?
I gave it a 10 as well. I felt like it's
Okay,
Okay.
about as accurate as you can get it.
okay.
Okay.
And how about the swag, the medal, and the buckle? What would you give that? And tell us about the swag that you get.
So for the 100 miler, you do get a buckle. It's a nice buckle. I think it's probably it looked like it may have been from the same company that does a lot of the buckles for Outlaw.
Okay.
It's a good thick metal that is on this buckle. I know how some buckles you come across, they're like really thin and it's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just a flat piece of metal and you're like, this is really cheap. This is
Yeah.
not very good. But the design on it was simple. The year that I did the 100 miler out there, it's a good buckle. I mean, that's
Okay.
what the swag is. And then the medals that they do for the shorter distances, I think it's a very similar design for everybody else, but I'm pretty sure it is a distance specific on some of those. I don't know because I
Okay.
haven't really done those others in a while, but
yeah.
I do have that 100-mile buckle. Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. Do you get
Nice.
T-shirts when you get there, or
It's typically a long sleeve t-shirt.
Okay.
okay?
And then, for this race in particular, the race director always gives you some sort of bonus swag. Like one year, it was a camp chair, like a fold up camp chair, and it
Wow.
had the name of the race on it. And
Okay.
I still have that thing and use it all the time. I was like, "This is genius! How come nobody else has done this?" Another year, it was a fairly sizable duffel bag with zippers on both ends and a big compartment there. I use
Oh,
that is my designated bag for my hydration vest and my, nutritional stuff and my tape and stuff all is in that bag. Again, I was like, why don't I already have one of these? Because I'm a
yeah.
cheapskate and I'm not going to buy myself a bag, but here it is. Another year, it was a seat cover. I was like, this is great. My wife will love this with me not sweating all over the car.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the
Wow.
100 milers, there's always some sort of surprise bonus swag that's been there
Oh,
every year that
that's so
I've
cool.
done the 100 miler there.
Wow. Now I
Awesome.
really wanna do it.
So I guess that's a 10 on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
sounds
I'm
like it to
always
me.
happy with it. Yeah.
Oh,
Everyone listening to
this
this
is
is
this is
going, "I
about
wanna
what you
go run this race." It's cheap, it gives out all
yeah.
kinds of stuff, you got all kinds of food.
Well, this is all about how you feel about it.
Yeah.
That's not about
And in
what
case anybody's wondering, this is not a race I direct. That would be sneaky, but it's not a race I direct.
And I can confirm.
Okay. So your experience, I mean, this is obviously a race that you enjoy a lot. You got it a 9.8 out of 10 on this one.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
I keep going back to it even though I don't know how many times I've been to it. I don't know, maybe 4, maybe more than that. I don't know. I've been to the
wow.
race several times, you know. I like
Wow.
it enough to keep going.
Yeah. Okay, so your UTI score is wow, that's amazing.
I think you just took first place.
Yeah. I'm
And I
just like,
should say I wasn't trying
wow.
to fudge the
No, we
numbers
know
here and
that.
make it look that way. And I should say, and okay,
Wow. And I
so
mean, I'm in shock. I am in
so
shock.
I will point this out that I know specifically one person particularly who when she hears this, she's gonna be like, "You can't ever trust what Isaac says," because he's more of a positivity person and you don't know what he considers fun is not always fun.
I understand that.
So
Whoever this person
if
is, we
that
invite
makes
you to come
sense,
on.
that I'm very much of a glass half full type person, and I'm always trying to have as much fun as possible. So
Right.
it could be that everybody else is like, this race is horrible. I never want to do this more than once. But a lot of people do come back to this race, and I see them year after year. But so that could be part of it. But you know, maybe it's more of the personality that is doing that. So
Right. Well, I mean, it's a giant cheat meal. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me is I can go to the race, eat what I want, no judgment. It's like if you eat a tub of butter and no one sees you do it, the calories don't count. This is an ultra. You can eat whatever you want. Those calories don't count. But I
yeah,
still will
yeah,
pass out my personal training cards
that's
just in
right.
case.
That's actually a
Yeah.
really good point. Okay, okay, okay. Um, oh, that's brilliant. What okay, what you were just saying about, you know, this is really a giant, well, you just think about the numbers. You can go on a Carnival cruise if you get a really good deal, maybe 3 to $500, and you're looking at where can you go to a cheap hotel with all food included, 24/7 food access, soft serve access, soda machine access, everything all inclusive for 3 to $500. You can't get a hotel room for that much,
Mm,
for
No,
that amount
no.
of time.
no.
So, if we apply the same principle to this race and we say,
Yeah.
now you're going to be out there, you got a 30-hour time limit. You're going to be out there during a breakfast hour, a lunch hour, a dinner hour. You're up for breakfast the next morning, and the cutoff is sometime a little bit afternoon. You're looking at 5 meals there. Where can you go and eat out 5 times and then still get all this other stuff, the swag, the this and that, and
Yeah.
whatever, you
Yeah,
There's
know?
nowhere.
that's true.
Hmm.
So, we should sell tickets to this. I wonder
Wow.
if,
Man, okay. Now y'all
we
got
need to
me
call.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I'm
thinking
I'm
about
just
my
gonna
own
back to
topics here in the
I'm going to
future.
go back to your overall score because that is off the charts. That's 1.28.028.
Yeah. So
Now,
you're an
we're saying
overachiever.
That is an overachievement of dimension.
Yeah.
Damn.
maybe
I'm just
that's oh, well, what about this? Maybe it's the attitude that you bring to it that
Maybe.
affects your
maybe.
score more than anything.
Actually, what I think
'Cause I've done
contributes to
this
this
race
high
in the
score.
past, and if I had given you my score based on the year that I DNF'd at only 70 miles,
Yeah.
all the same aid station stuff was there. Um, I did not enjoy it nearly as much, and the blisters and the chafing were really bad, and I was getting into some really longer term injury situations there. Uh the score would have been different. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would've.
Oh, let's see. I had a minor mistake here, but that's easily correctable. 0.817.
There we go.
Yeah, the score has to be between 0 and 1. So 0.817. That's
That
still
puts you
pride.
yeah, it's still
Still
like
still very high. So let's just
I think that you're, like, 2nd. No,
817. No, that's a new number 1.
you are number 1. I can tell you that
Okay.
if you are watching along that you just beat somebody who went to Cocodona 250.
Yeah, it's a new number 1.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did
No,
watch the
no, sorry,
Cocodona one,
3.
yeah,
but
so you beat him.
New number
one,
3.
three,
Y
wherever it is, whatever it is. Huh, that's interesting. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
this has
so where
been
is he at? Yeah, he's
this
in
is
number
eye
1.
Well,
opening.
no, because we had
Oh, because you haven't seen the other ones, that's
yeah.
right. So,
So
yeah,
yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
that's
It's still up in the
I
high
had
end.
a good time, you know.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's
and that's not a bad result at all.
that's actually really good, it's top
Yeah.
tier.
Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, you say you know what it is.
Yeah, it's one that you have to get off the side of the road, and you gotta run up a slight hill to get to the waffle station, and you don't have to go, from what I understand sometimes, that you can skip it. Am I correct on that? Yep, and I
you're
wanna
correct
say, and
on
I
that to a certain extent. Yes.
yes, I think you could skip the waffles or
Oh,
something. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but you
I
You
have
can
no idea.
only you can only participate in the waffle stop aid station on your first time through.
Oh,
It's not
yes.
there for the remainder of the race. It disappears.
Is this race coming up?
It is coming up
Is it the
in a
Honey
few
Badger?
months.
Yeah, is it the
It's
Honey
not
Badger?
honey badger.
It's not?
Uh-uh.
Oh, because I just saw someone enter, and I'm like, "It's Honey Badger." No, what is it?
No, no.
No.
It's pumpkin holler.
pumpkin.
Pumpkin Holler, that's it, Pumpkin Holler. Why did I
Yeah,
that
Oh,
that was
yeah,
like going, "How did you not get that?" Yes,
yeah,
so and I
honey
do
badger
know
is
this one.
self-supported.
Yeah, Honey Badger's self-supported. I
Yeah.
just saw Katie
yeah,
Sullivan,
yeah,
she entered the, Honey Badger, so in my mind, that's what it was, in my just
Sure, sure, sure. You
yeah,
just
yeah.
didn't know.
No,
no,
this
I
one's
knew, I
pumpkin
knew.
holler. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
Oh,
I heard a
and
lot of good things about that.
now you talking about like the waffle stop thing. That's a swag thing, not waffle stop, but there's an additional swag thing that's not just available to the 100 milers. It's more the people doing the 50K, the 100K, and the 100 miler. There's a bonus section called the Great Gourd Challenge, and that
Oh,
takes you half a mile out on a very, very steep section,
okay, that's what
and
I'm talking
then
about,
you
yeah.
go up, you rip the page out the top of the book, you bring it back, and you get your swag from the aid station that's at the bottom of the hill that has all the ice creams. So in the
Ah,
past, it's been like a buff or, a this or a that type thing. So you do end up with even more swag after it's all said and done.
I have to
So
do this.
oh, that's on my list now.
When does it happen again?
it's in October. It's about mid
Okay.
October is when it
Well, we can still
happens.
do it.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
signed up for the
Yeah.
100 miler again. So I'll be out there again if y'all end up being there.
and I want
So,
the ice cream, so
so the race you're talking about now, is that last year's race?
I'm talking about the most recent year whenever
Tw-
I paced for Sarah Jones. That one was this
ah,
past year in
2024.
2024, and it's coming
Okay.
up in October of 2025, and I'm signed up for that 100 miler again then. So
Awesome.
I've this will be my third time well, I guess I have attempted it 4 times. One time I got 70 miles, one time I got 50 miles. The third time I walked the entire thing and got that one in like 29 hours or something like that.
Okay.
Uh, and that would have been 23. Then 2024 did that one with Sarah Jones. And I didn't stay with her the entire time. She had a pacer that came in whenever we went into the third lap at mile 70. And then I just got so cold once the sun came up, and I was like, "Hey, she's got y'all got this. I gotta move." So, so I ended up running the last 10 miles of it, and so So yeah, I mean, just running the last 10 miles, being the only real different factor shaved off 2 hours for me. So,
Okay,
Wow.
cool. Do you have anything else before the pumpkin holler?
Yeah.
what else do I have? Okay, so Sweat Hot Oklahoma is coming up in 2 weeks, and that's just a 5K loop that's on. Oh, part of it is, like, it's all basically country roads. It's really small town. It's on the outskirts of town, and, basically, you're running asphalt, and then you're also running gravel roads. But it's a
Okay.
5K loop, so you're just trying to loop it up as many times as possible. It's hot, but you got an aid station at the halfway point in the loop, so you got
Oh,
an aid
okay.
station, like, every mile and a half, you know? The breakfast burritos, oh my gosh, they're so good. Yeah. Usually the first few laps, I'm eating like one of these half breakfast burrito things. I'm just walking out of that aid station with, this is why people think Isaac doesn't run or walk. All he does is eat, you know. Usually that's in the video. They're like, hey guys, I have a breakfast burrito. It's so good. Remember to fuel. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that one's coming up. I'm doing the 12-hour on that one. This will be my 4th year to do that. So I've done every year
Mm.
they've had it. Then I've got the Uray 50 coming up. I've never done
Oh,
Uray before, so that'll be my first time. That will be my first mountain race, period. So that'll be
Wow.
interesting.
when is that? When is it?
Is that September? I think that one's in
Yeah,
September. Yeah.
September.
Okay.
Okay.
That one's in September.
That's
And so it's just lots of hill repeats.
Uh-huh.
I mean, really, Outlaw 100 and the 135. Part of the appeal for me on that was the amount of elevation gain on it.
mhm,
Just the challenge of getting the 20,000 ish feet of elevation on the 135, and really the old course versus the new course. The elevation gain is about the same.
Okay.
Uh, so for me to say, okay, but now we're going to see what happens at altitude when we're
yeah.
doing this kind of elevation, and that's part of the appeal of wanting to do. I'm not signed up for yet, but me and my running partner Blue Cloud, we're both looking at Cruel Jewel that should bounce that elevation up. I think is that one 30,000 feet
I think
I
it's
or
close to
think
that.
something like that.
so.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
anyway, it's a big upgrade in elevation, but at least it won't be at elevate. Yeah, it won't be at a high altitude, I should say. Other than that, what else? Pumpkin Holler, and then before Pumpkin Holler, also there's the Kaizen Rite of Passage 50K that is the weekend after. Oh God. Oh, I was just talking with somebody yesterday about this. So, the Tulsa Urban Adventure is on the same weekend as the crop race or the Kaizen Rite of Passage 50K. This is the first year that the crop race has happened. And I'm already signed up for that one, but Tulsa Urban Adventure is a 100 miler that Kathy Bratton at Runner's World Tulsa is also putting on. She's the same one that directs Midnight Madness that we just finished
Mhm.
up doing. Same one that directs Pumpkin Holler. Um, that's
She's
on
gonna
the
be so
same
mad I
weekend.
got that wrong.
And so the question I've been asking myself is, are you going to follow through with Oklahundo, which is just an idea I came up with earlier this year to say, we should have Okla Hundo, which is doing
Okay.
all of the 100 milers in the state of Oklahoma that are produced by Oklahoma companies. And the reason I was going it at that route is because I think it's like Blaze Trail Running out of Texas
Uh-huh.
owns a
Yeah.
race, the Lake Murray 100 miler. And I was
Yep.
like, it's not. Oh, registration isn't open, and with the status of the Oklahoma State Parks, we don't know if that one will even happen this year.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
in
true.
my mind, I was like, I'm not going to include that. So a way of excluding that and being able to pitch this to people and say, hey, let's try this thing called Oklahondo. We're just going to say Oklahoma races by Oklahoma people.
Right.
So anyway, that would include urban adventure, which paints me in the corner of doing the 50K at crop and then saying either, Courtney, I need you to pick me up as soon as I finish crop. I am going to sleep in the car while we drive an hour and a half to Tulsa, and I'm going to have to do a sub 24-hour 100 urban adventure.
You can do it.
So I was like, I know it can be done. It's gonna be challenging. But like we were talking about before we started into this whole thing this evening, um, that sleep, yeah.
Yeah.
Just being
Yeah.
able to get an hour of sleep would
Yes.
help out. So doing urban adventure this past weekend, I only slept 1 hour. We did have a 6 hour, I had a 6 hour gap, but I used that 6 hours to drive an hour and 15 back, take a shower, pick some blackberries, eat, all that kind of stuff, and slept for an hour. So I did only sleep for 1 hour.
Yeah.
So, but that was only 100 miles and not 130.
Yeah.
It can still
I
be
I
done.
I
It can
I
still be
think I
done.
think it could be done. It's just a matter of, is that how I wanna spend my weekend?
Yeah. Really.
You can do it. If you need someone to talk you into it, just call me up. I'll do it.
Oh,
If you need
I know plenty of people that can
yeah,
easily talk me into it,
yeah. So, I mean, if you need to, talk about life choices, we can discuss that and yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Especially poor
Yes,
life
yes.
poor life
choices.
choices or,
So
how you can eat whatever you want afterwards.
yeah, yeah. So that would cram a lot. That would mean Ray 50 is the weekend before doing this 130 miles.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, your legs are gonna be funny.
Doesn't that make it sound more interesting?
It
Yes.
does. Yeah. I'm still
That
saying it can be done.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I
That
don't plan on running any of Ouray. Uh,
you're just gonna hike
I
it.
plan on power hiking the entire
Yeah.
Ouray course, just because several people have said you better focus on power hiking and you
Yep.
better
Yeah.
build up your lower body, do strength training on the down for the downhilling, because we
Yeah.
don't have downhills around, or significant enough hills to have
Mhm.
sustained downhill. The only way I can figure out how to do it is really rig up my treadmill on some crazy blocks. So
Yeah.
so that the
That's
back
what I
end
do.
is really high,
Yep.
and try to run down at a downward angle on the treadmill. So
That's
I mean
Okay,
I can do woodworking. I've got power tools. I know how to build frames and stuff like that to be able to rig that up and do that. Um,
or you can walk backwards. That's another way
yeah.
to get it done. Walk
Oh,
backwards,
okay. Okay.
and it'll
Yeah,
build
I could
those
probably
glutes.
handle walking backwards. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good suggestion. Good
yeah,
idea.
it builds your glutes, and because the main point is to build that underbutt and to get a little bit of you know, muscle there. And if you don't know where that is, just lift your booty up and stick your hand there. I mean, not in between, but just your booty, and it's that muscle in between the hamstring and your booty, and that's your underbutt. You want to build that
Okay.
up.
Okay. Okay. I'll have to I'll have to grab myself more often. Be like, "Oh, is that
Oh, thank
engaging
gosh you didn't
yet?
ask me
It's
to model.
engaging. Let me turn this light on real quick because we're getting video lag." The shutter speed on the film is starting to kind of blur out here. It doesn't know what to do with that little light. But yeah, that's kind of a few races that I have, and then I just checked today, and yes, registration is open for the Lake Murray 100 miler. So apparently,
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I don't know what they did to strike that kind of a deal with the state parks and the new regulations in Oklahoma, but hey, more power
Okay.
to them. I don't
Yep.
know if I
Yeah.
want to. say, "Hey, I'm going to include that one." The only downside to that is it's the weekend right after Pumpkin Holler. So,
Ah, you
Yeah.
have to send me a list of all these races.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm just gonna say, let's just put Pumpkin Hall on next year.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
like
most definitely,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're,
It
that's quite fun.
it's a good one. I love it. I have a good time.
I
Race,
want the food.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
the
going
food
to
is
starve myself right before I'm just gonna be like, I'm from the Donner Party. I'm gonna walk in one sandwich from death and say, "Let's go."
Yeah,
yes,
let's eat.
yes. Oh, oh, what did they have? Y'all probably know what it is. It's it was this burrito and it had ham and mustard and cheese and maybe relish or something like that. They called it something, and they were like, "This is what it is. It's like a hobo such and such or whatever." But they had put
Mm.
this thing in a grill and pressed it, and
Ah.
that was my first time having those. And let me just say, whenever I got home, yeah, I bought those ingredients, and I was like, "This is what I want to eat for the rest of my life." It was so good. But
It
but
sounds like
that
something
was
from
something new
Louisiana
that
put
I'd
in a
never
burrito.
had. Yeah, it was really good,
Mm.
really really good stuff. But
Sounds like a muffaletta, a pressed
yeah.
muffaletta inside
Yeah.
a burrito. That might
Y'all
be
should
good.
definitely I think y'all would enjoy that one. Um, it's a good party. It's not really, really crazy long like y'all like to do with your 72-hour, or 6 day or 200 milers or
Oh,
stuff
we
like
can take
that,
as
but it's a
long
good
as
time.
we can take
Yeah.
up to 31 hours to do
Yeah,
this.
we're on the
Yeah.
long plan for our hundreds, and, our 200s only count as 1, so right now, I think this year we're doing, what, 7 200s,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah. Yeah.
so we need to do some hundreds next year,
Next
so
year, we're gonna focus more on doing hundreds. We are gonna sprinkle a couple of 200s in, but
yeah,
it's gonna be mostly 100s.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we
That'll
do
be
have a one day
interesting.
I'm gonna wanna plug one at you, look up the pilgrimage, and, I think
Okay.
that might be up your alley, and we will be doing live podcasting there, so we'll be getting everyone's hallucinations and
Yeah,
Okay.
bad eating habits
we will be doubling as volunteers, live streaming, and
and running
race
rides live
and
streaming.
race photographers.
Yeah,
Oh, nice,
yeah,
nice. Now,
Yeah,
what's the date or when is this?
early May. It's the first weekend of May next year.
yeah,
That's okay, okay, okay. So that's in May. All right.
Yeah, I
And
think
you
it's the
said the
same weekend as
Styx is
Copacabana.
also in May?
end
Is
of
the
End
Styx
May.
of May.
Yeah,
okay.
yes,
So pilgrimage is early May and then
yeah,
Yeah,
The Styx is end of May.
yes.
yes.
Okay.
So
Cool. I'll
it's
have to keep
basically
those in
you
mind.
got 5 different trails, and they will, like, I don't know how they do this, but I'm gonna say imagine someone rolling the dice,
Now,
and
the first time you're going through all of them,
yeah, all
then
5 trails.
you start rolling the dice and to determine which one you're doing next. So you do the next 5 in different order.
And even different so maybe you went to the right the first time, and this time you have to go into the left.
Let's say, and the second time you have to go in the opposite
Yeah,
direction. And yeah,
on a different trail, so you're never on the same trail with anybody, they just kind of roll the dice and say, "This is where you're going."
Right. That sounds like Cactus Rowlett. I don't know if you've heard of that
Yeah,
yes,
race. Yeah, it
yes,
sounds
well,
it's
similar
on
to
my
that.
list.
Yeah. That
yeah.
does sound fun.
Thank you so much for coming on. This has been an absolute blast, and I'm sure we'll talk again.
Yes, and I will send you the
Yes.
information, I'm trying out
Let's say goodbye before that, and
okay,
I'll
then I'll
just stop
tell
the
you.
recording.